people, when they do it, people are really surprised at how fast it changes. I think that might be 20, or I forgot to note that that was 20 or 15, but they change quite fast at the beginning and then it slows down usually. And that is a point we could, that's something I could come back to, but I didn't even write that. So, and clearly some people copy the drawings very accurately and some just much less accurately, and it's a matter of chance what order people participate. And so far, mostly I've done this experiments with people who are not artists, but I haven't made that a particular issue. So the effect is cumulative and undirected, and small errors are reiterated, perhaps exaggerated, forgotten details are lost forever. So it's something like evolution, or is it? I wrote. And clearly, the first experiments that I did, there's my experiment 1 slide, it was a pilot project, and it was here with people in Centre for Computational Neuroscience and Robotics, yes, which is Professor Michael O'Shea and Andrew Philippides, who's neither of them are here, but Andy's probably coming later for a drink. And what we were doing was, I guess, the idea that I felt like there was something going on where the drawings were all ended up the same. Whatever I started with, they all seemed to turn into something rather similar, and that seems strange because they started as very different. And they were, as I said, they were quite wobbly and kind of quite chaotic, and they would expand to fill the page. But I wanted to somehow test this, and when we started talking, Mick and Andy and I, that we realised that it's not something you could very, very readily measure. Start to measure this kind of how they changed, or measure likeness, how you would say these drawings are all alike. So, needless to say, it became something else. This experiment, having got a bit of funding to do a pilot and to talk to these people, turned into something else. And what we ended up doing was getting a lot of drawings copied and having quite a big collection of samples, and trying things, slight sidetracks. For example, we found that certain images, like a face or a fish, did stay as representing those things even after 20 copies. Almost everything else you don't get past, almost impossible to get past 20 copies and still recognise it, which is relevant to the experiment coming later. So